What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Random React Time. Finally got the first issue of Inferno, which, as you guys know, is going to be the conclusion to Jonathan Hickman's run on X-Men. This is where he's ending all, and this is where he's going to be wrapping everything up, I guess, from House of X, Powers of X, X-Men, and, Swords of X and shit. It's all coming to a conclusion here and getting all wrapped up before he leaves and fucks off X-Men and probably Marvel, because I doubt he's gonna be picking up. I doubt he's got, because I know he was he was gone from Marvel for like years and then just decided to come back for X-Men. So I don't think he's gonna apparently also like sue Marvel or something over something. So I don't think he's gonna be sticking around for some other books. I think he's gonna be like, did X-Men? Now I'm gonna do whatever the fuck else, But anyway, man, let's just jump right in. Someone remembers. It's why they keep coming. Omega Sentinel. Alright, we're starting exactly as we start off with House of X. Okay. Well, this time it's Emma Frost. We're in Cerebro instead of Xavier. What is it you like to say in times like this, Charles? Oh, she's reviving Charles. Okay. I don't recall Charles dying anytime recently. Yeah, last time he died, I think we know, at least I know about, was back in X-Force, at the start of it. Okay? To me, my X-Men. Of course, the classic line. Alright, threat analysis, orchids. Threat level 1, scale system wide. Despite our best efforts, the influence of orchids continues to grow on Earth. Buttressed by their current unassailable position encircling the sun. Orchids is aggressively recruiting allies among Earth's traditional human power bases and fleeing anti-Krakowian alliances. An additional complication is the proliferation of non-thinking adaptive sentient beings, nodes, in territories belonging to Orchid's allies. While nodes are easily discovered and quickly destroyed, along with their spy networks, which are traced and serialized, it's now theorized by that these were designed as catalysts for seeds events, created to be narrative evidence of our aggression, and like the burning of fields, our overt action seems to induce new growth, usually of a stronger strain. So unless we can get to the root, observation and investigation appears to be our best course of action on Earth. But as for the Forge itself and Nimrod, who looms within, the structure remains the highest priority. Next page. Alright, a map of orchids, defense platforms, watchtowers, sentient cities, orchids, bunkers, telepathic, Buyo system, whatever the fuck that is, and Orchid's Forge. Next page. Okay, X-Force, Domino escapes, X-Force, Misty Gateway, Vacuum, mission failed. Magneto attempted to push the Forge into the sun, counteracted by Forge Dyson's engines. After 3 minutes, Magneto had an aneurysm and dies. What the fuck? When did that happen? X-Force, Insurgent Breach attacks. Mission results unknown. Bodies recovered in transit. Warning sent. Mission failed. Using a mutant circus and the Forge location on the opposite side of the sun, Magneto attempts to pull the Forge into the sun using both his enhanced powers and Star's gravity. After 6 hours, the mutant circuits collapse, unable to overcome the Dyson engine. Mission failed. X-Force insertion, breach, and attack. Mission results unknown. Orchid's hack. Emergency message from Kid Omega. Mission failed. Mystique Gateway. Krakoa incursion. Gateway destroyed. Mission failed. Mission results unknown. Tangent assassination contract through Avalon. Immediately. Mission failed. Redacted. Broad swarm directed by King Bro. Mission failed. Next page. Alright. I think the art we got on the art we got here. The Orchid's Forge. Float 50,000 miles in the hollowed-out rock, calculating and executing a perfect landing trajectory, just to break into a space station on a mission with almost. Oh, sorry, guys, roommates. They're like, I think they're eating dinner or something. I don't know what they're doing, but sorry, you guys can hear them. Space station, okay, trajectory, just to break into a space station on a mission with almost no chance of success. Is there a word for that? Lucky. So we got Kid Omega, Domino, and Wolverine. 3 of my favorite X-Men. Alright. We're starting off good over here. Quiet. There's something. Fuck. The great beast himself, Nimrod, towering over them. Domino, mutant possession, the power to affect probability in localized field solution, cluster bombs with quantum targeting, which numbers with excess of the combat area. That's like sticky bombs or something. So, not lucky enough. There goes Domino. Doesn't matter if your brain is an analog or digital. I can control anything. So I'm going to reduce you down to atoms, remake you in my image, and wreck this place for good. Kid Omega, mutant possession, Omega level telepathy, as well as some telekinesis ability, threat level enhanced, processing cores at risk, rotate psionic shields and phase shifts cores into second host, then disintegrate target before he can overcome defenses, which leaves just oh shit, Wolverine got him. Me, yes, you, and us. Fuck. I've seen enough. Freeze it there. What was it, some sort of simulation or something? Are they like running simulations? I am now, as I have always been, temporally challenged. The order of some events escaped me, but by my count, this is the 16th failed assassination, annihilation attempt by Krakowian's hand or pursuit since Nimrod came online. Your husband terrifies them, Dr. Gregor. Don't say that. That's not what he is. That's not what he is. Not anymore. Apologies, but systematic descriptors aside, at the heart of this little show is a question that must be answered, my dear doctor. 16 times, what have we learned? Well, Director Devo, more each time, of course. The attacks fall into two fairly clear categories. External forces and participants, including long-range assault, 2 instances of hired assassins, and a broad infection outside normal swarming grounds, which was clearly directed our way. The second being the kind we just observed, mutants from Krakoa, the same ones, over and over. Next page. Yes. So again, what have we learned? They're copies or clones, maybe some kind of reconstructed doppelgangers. A new technology, perhaps, though a new power. A new power set seems more likely than a scientific breakthrough. Whatever it is, we are getting better at responding to them. Less than 7 minutes this time, but they are not getting better at attacking us. They should be adapting, evolving, yet they don't seem to be. So to answer your question, if they're not learning, it's not because the mutants don't know what happens after they get here. They don't remember. Correct. No, not entirely. Someone remembers. It's why they keep coming. Next page. Alright, credits. Oh, no little, descriptor with the characters that are going to be in this issue for a while. Yeah. Alright. Getting them going a little different this time. Okay. Congratulations, everyone. We've done it. Accomplishments like this are never easy. It takes a group of brilliant scientists to work together as one. So, Dr. Sine, Hatwell, Moore, and Gill, well done. So is this when Moore and Taggart found that cure for the X gene or whatever? And to you, Mora, it was your vision that illuminated our path. There are 5 of us, but you are first among equals. It's your dream we've accomplished. Yes, to the dream. A cure for mutants. Is this when Mystique and what's her name came in there and be like, hey, Stop that. Is this little just ripped right out of House of X? I don't even remember. It's interesting. I can't see her at all. I can see the world bending around her, the eddies of change rippling out, but she is just an absence, a hole where there should be one, a mutant who is invisible to other mutants. It is a defense mechanism of sorts, I suppose. I suppose, but not much good ones. You know what you're looking for. Is she looking for me now, Raven? She is, and she doesn't look happy. Next page. Yes, well, I suppose we've given her a good reason. Then again, we were acting with a cause. Listen to me, child. My mutant name is Destiny, and I have the power to see the future, which is tricky with someone like you, since your mutant power is reincarnation. One might think that would be impossible, seeing the future of someone who potentially has limitless, unending ones. But here I am, child. See me. If you're going to kill me, then just kill me and get it over with. Oh, we're going to do that. But it doesn't do much good if we just have to do it all over again next time. Destiny has a word for you. Next page. Such a gift, knowledge, and yet here you are, using it to betray your own kind. It's a disease, what we are, but I'm only trying to cure people who want it. You think this stops at once? You think they'll let you keep this thing you've made? Do you have any idea how much they hate you? The humans will come for you. They'll break you, chain you, and make you their own. Then mankind will use what you've done here to eliminate our entire race. I have seen the potential of your good work, and I do not care for them. How exactly is that? How exactly is it that you think you can stop me? I am much older than you are. What the hell are they watching? Much older than you are. My powers will have manifest before you are reborn, equipped with the knowledge of today. If you, once again, try to do this evil work again against our people, like today, I will see the potential outcome of it and find you again. If you try to kill me before I kill you, I will see it coming. You see, Mora, we are we are joined together now, you and I. You will know that I am out there waiting for this version of you, and you knowing that have a choice: change or die. Help your people, or I will annihilate you and all your lives to come. I think she's still on the fence and needs a bit more encouragement. Oh, brother, what's it? What do you got in store for her now, Mystique? Very well. Here it is. You're a smart woman who is beginning to understand the potential of your power. You're starting to believe that you are in an eternal loop of sorts, that your powers give you a version of immortality. I want you to know they do not. I see 10 lives, Mora, maybe 11 if you make the right choice at the end, but that is all. How can, how can I die? If you are born each time with the knowledge of your previous lives, but if you die as a child, before your mutant powers manifest, then you will not reincarnate. You simply end like everyone else. And what if I don't believe you? Or or that what you said is true? Or that what you said is right? My dear, you're a scientist. You tell me how one would go about proving something like that. I test it, experience it for myself in my next life. The question is, will you embrace what you are and help your people instead of hurt them? I I I don't know. Next page. Well, that's simply not good enough to answer. You've already admitted you're going to kill me. Now you want me to what? Lie so you can feel better? I want you to not be a monster. We're surrounded by the bodies of my friends and colleagues. Do you have any idea how stupid you sound? You, yes, we are all monsters. Yes, we are all committed. And so we sleep lightly or not at all. But that's just guilt. Here's what will really keep you up at night. You have been blessed with a curious mind, Dr. McTaggart, and I know that In that fertile ground, that idea of shameless mutantdom has been planted. I know that you will cultivate it. I know that because I see it. But what happens when the flawed vessel fails? It might take one life, it might take many, but hiding in the corners of your mind is a cancer called doubt. It whispers, what if they were wrong? And I was right this entire time. That the real world isn't it, ensuring you are on the winning side. That then that's the question at hand. How do you erase doubt? How do we make newfound convictions stick? I think the answer is fear. Perhaps. Next page. Let's find out. I don't want to die. Who does? Pyro? Yes, mother. Burn her. And slowly, so she doesn't forget what it feels, what failing into change feels like. Damn. Next page. Then Mora's third life. Now Mora's 10th. So she's on her final life, quote unquote. Project Cure. Medivers, Medivar, Sign, Ali Hatwell, Desmond Moore, Francis Gill, and Maura McTaggart. Active report. This is Eurosector France, Paris subsector gateway observation team monitoring existing gateway number E710. Next page. So, I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've actually seen Moore get her own issue since like House of X and Powers of X, and I'm pretty sure this is the last time she's even made a fucking appearance since like what? That had to have been one of the earlier X-Men issues was the last time we actually saw Moore. After that, she kind of just got forgotten about and we never saw her again. That's like maybe a cameo here and there, and maybe in some of the other X books. An energy spike. We got an active gateway. Are we running the updated path for the new software? We are. Well, it's either glitchy or we've got a problem. What's that? Look at these readings. Can that be right? No. Okay, I'm calling it in. Orchid's known for Terra Verde. Oh boy, we're back here. Dr. Smythe, I've got a request from regional observation team. They're registering a conflict and a gateway signature. How do you want me to handle it? Next page. We ignore nothing, Agent, lest we live long enough to regret being devoted by our own neglect. After all, that's how we got to where we are, to where we find ourselves now. No. Please put it on the board. So now we got a ape. The guy looks like Orchard's got their own beast, although it looks like they got many apes. Planet of the Apes up in this motherfucker. Interesting. We've been very aggressive in mapping the locations of gateways as they spring up. This location was originally mapping around about 2 months ago. Observations show moderate traffic, including the occasional high-profile mute. But now, a few days after our latest software update, there seems to be an unexplained inconsistency in the gateway resonance. Have you have a recommendation, Dr. Jones? My initial instinct is that what the observation team is implying, a glitch from the updates. Based on the threat level, I'd recommend continued documentation and full analysis when we have accumulated more data. You disagree? It's hard to hear out the din of modern technology, but if you listen closely, Doctor, you'll hear the teeth of a predator cracking in the distance. After the latest update, you say? Yes. Whenever possible, I say go to the source. Get them on the line. Next page. What do you want? I'm busy. There's a problem with the code you sold us. No, there isn't. Goodbye. Yes, there is. When Orchard's agreed to pay the outrageous sums of horticulture demanded for your gateway knowledge base, there was an expectation that it would actually work. What exactly is it that you think? What in God's name is that, Augustine? Are you talking to a monkey? Yes, Edith. It's a talking monkey that has a problem with the perfectly functional code we sold them. Code's not functional. It's divine. So So quit this monkey business and eat this. Ha 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 ha. I made you a bowl of pudding. I don't like pudding. You don't like to take the pills your doctor prescribes either. So I crushed them up and then mixed them two together. Now you really got something to bitch about. At least tell me what the flavor is. Diabetes. I like this one. I suppose you also have strong opinions on modern medicine and agents and aging, Dr. Smythe. No, all I care about is your code, because if it's wrong, then everything we've recorded with it is also wrong. This is too important to be wrong. Next page. Show me your data. Sending it now. As you can see, we're getting multiple frequencies from a signal location. We are limited because they are located inside of a building. But we shouldn't be getting more than one reading for the same gateway, should we? No, unless clever, dirty mutants. What did you say? The readings are correct. There are multiple frequencies because there is not one gateway in the building. There are two. Same location, different floors. Next page. Prioritize the parasite immediately. Full buckets. Support full bucket. Full blanket. A support team will be en route within the hour. Understood. We're on it. Until then, we'll keep our eyes open. Nothing will be getting by us. X-Force Recon Agent Tommy reporting in. The Orchard's observation team I've been watching in Paris appears to have just gone hot. Understood, Tommy. Logged and prioritized. Stay on it. Yo, what the hell is all this going? Carcoa. Mora's no place. No place? Ooh. Magneto's rocking black now. Sick. Yo, that actually looks clean as hell, man. Magneto looks badass in black, I must say. Unexpected company. What an unexpected surprise. After all, you've left me down here hidden away while the two of you... The fuck is that? While the two of you remade the world. Busy men doing the good work of a nation building. The question is, how goes the real, necessary work of survival? Not well. What happens now? Actually, it's what failed to happen. Me another attempt on Orchard's Forge. Like a blight, the black halo still circles the sun. A monument to mutant failure. Let's not mythologize it, Eric. The failure is yours alone. Things will be different because we are different, you say. The two of you have made it clear how unimportant my perspective is regarding these things. Next page. Mora, you know how we feel. You're the most important person in the world. But if we're being honest, and we should be honest with one another, it's time to admit a few things to ourselves. First of which is that Nimrod might be an inevitability. Every step we took to prevent it would only... We took to prevent it only assures its creation. Every step since then has made things worse somehow. So we're here to ask: Have you ever tried embracing the machines? Well, for being honest, and we should be honest with one another. Ha 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 ha. I'm not sure the two of you want to hear what I have to say. I do not fear truth. Yet here I am, the biggest secret in mutant history, still hidden away. One wouldn't need to be a telepath to sense that you are radiating anger and regret, but I am, so I know it for a certainty. And this wool gathering of yours, this reminiscing on the past, it doesn't help matters at all. Don't pretend like you understand me, Charles. You've seen what's in my head, yes, but you will never fully comprehend what it was like to have lived all those lives. I know this world in the world that follows our failure. I know it better than any of you ever will. And yes, it angers me that the two of you refuse to listen to me. Next page. Then rest assured your troubled mind, Mora, because that is exactly why we are here. Tell us, has it ever been tried, instead of being at war with the machines, being their allies? You're basically asking me if you can befriend death or trust cancer. I have been very clear and have learned my lessons well. There are only two things we should fear: the emergence of a living machine that until recently did not exist, and a woman who is dead who must not be brought back, Nimrod and Destiny. Yet somehow that you two, the brilliant founders of this great nation, have managed to find a way to combine both of these into three separate failures. You ask if I'm angry? You're damn right I. Wait a second. You said reminiscing on the past. How would you? What I mean is, you sounded like you know that I just went to Miri Island. I did. You knew that, and you were both here waiting for me when I returned. How did? Are you having me followed? Don't be ridiculous. Of course not. We don't need to. Forge creates a techno-organic transmission technology to ping when you use the gates, and where your specific location is at all times. The slight itch in your left, that slight itch in your left elbow, that's where they colonized. When they're like, of course, don't be preposterous. We have just real force that create this techno whatever shit to track your everyday location. And it's doing all these ports of wine. Gotta love Magneto, man. You gotta love Magneto. When the day arrives that we had too much to lose, before the first meeting of the Quiet Council, it was your team. How dare you! Like we said, you're the most important person on the planet, Mora. Why would you think we wouldn't do whatever it takes to protect you? Hidden knowledge made both of you insufferable. Your continued arrogance in the face of failure is somehow worse. Why exactly are you here? Haven't we been clear? Haven't we been clear? We are here to humble ourselves. You're doing very well. You have lived many lives. We have not. We need to know what to do. Next page. Then listen, for God's sakes, because I'm done being ignored and hidden away. Agree. Okay. Regarding Nimrod and its temporary Orchis masters, the clock we are running against is mostly like measuring in years. It will become more and more difficult, but there is time, and with time we can also grow stronger, spread out, and execute a long-term survival plan. But that only works if we're actually like getting stronger, and not being pulled apart, which brings us back to destiny. Excuse me. It has to be handled now, and any chance of her resurrection erased. Mystique will have to be removed from a position of power. That's a tricky proposition, Mora. There are two seats open. Sell it as a season of change. Erased? That's what you mean. That's what you want? Next page. Yes, erased. Oh, it looks like he went back to his white costume. Or maybe it's black with some white. I can't really tell how it's drawn. By now, or colored rather, I guess. By now, everyone knows the process of how a mutant is returned from the dead. Next page. Oh yeah, that's white. What is required is for you to seize the means of resurrection. The Five, of course, cannot be controlled in any such manner. However, the mechanisms by which the process begins and ends can be. Control of the cradles is paramount. Next page. But more important than that is in whose hands resurrection begins. I want you to collect what remains of Destiny's DNA. I want you to collect it and destroy it. Oh boy, this shit. Mystique is gonna be pissed if she finds out about this. Destroy it all. Will you do that for the future of your nation? Will you do it? Will you do that for me? Next page. As a show of good faith, as symbol of our realignment, we will. Don't lie about this. It's what keeps me up at night. It's that one thing I truly fear, and I haven't slept peacefully for 1,000 years. I cannot, will not accept her breathing Carcoian air. I want her gone, forever, burned from all existence. Shit! Damn, getting burned alive must have really fucked her up. Patient file 43. Read. Health Wellness Update. Black Tom Cassidy. Physiology. Patient appears to be operating at the upper levels of any previous recorded diagnostics and is quite often operating in excess of the baseline. This current version of Black Tom Cassidy is, for all intents and purposes, the physically healthiest version we have ever seen. Peak condition. However, psychologically, the patient is demonstrating psychological behavior that is odds with psychological tests. All cognitive scales, telepathic probes, and brain imaging suggest that, like his physical condition, Black Tom's mental health is optimal and exceeds previous readings. In contrast to that, the patient seems to be suffering from increased numbers of debilitating psychosis, recurring dreams of his body being consumed by the island, localized phenomena manifesting as loss of feeling in his excrements. Excrements, if I'm saying that right. And hallucinations of machinery moving under his skin. The most disturbing aspect to the patient is that instead of wanting to reject these feelings experiences, he feels longing to surrender to them. And at this time, because it remains controllable, and because we have no way to verify that any of this is real or not, Black Tom remains on active duty under heavy observation. Dr. Reyes. Next page. Rosiette, almost cipher voice of the island. Oh yeah, and there's his wife. Oh man, that was some crazy shit. Next of Swords. Duggan Bay's house. Time to go to work. I heart Carcoa. I flower Carcoa. Ha 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 ha. Next page. Oh, she gets up. Wakey, wakey, big guy. You sleeping or something? Who can sleep, self-friend Doug, when all the world is awake? Who the fuck is this guy? Now here with the dreadlocks, everything. Like, who is this guy? Must be a New Mutants or something. I don't know, because I don't think we've ever seen him before. Maybe he's like the human form of the tree. I don't know. Also, you know you don't need to sleep. Self-friend Doug needs sleep. Self-friend Doug looks exhausted. Berto told me I needed a better mattress and an ice pack for the bags under my eyes. Sam told me it's just called marriage. Self-friend. Can self be honest? Of course. Self-friend. Self finds self-friends. Life mate. Scary. Next page. Yeah, she's a little terrified. I love her so much. Vamana hamana. Hey, I love you too, big guy. And don't you forget it. Okay? So was this like his clone? Like, who is this guy? Let's talk about how things are going on our island. Next page. Carcoa, changing of the guard. Change is in the air, it seems, and I can feel it. So we got Storm, Nightcrawler, Mr. Sinister, Emma Frost, Magneto, Charles, and Mora. This was unexpected, but the Council will honor your request. I'm just surprised is all. Normally you've never given these things up without a fight. Next page. Hey, Psylocke, let's go. And you got magic. Let's go. I'm older. I've grown over the years, and after all, a victory is not a defeat, no matter how much people try to convince you otherwise. I cannot be an X-Man, out in this world, and remain the chief protector of our great mutant experiment. This demands a more attentive eye. My question is, why not quit altogether? Carcoa does not need the half-hearted efforts of the lukewarm. If any of you feel the need to test my conviction, go right ahead. I've been well tested in the wars, and I am still standing. Of course you are, but it's hard for me not to fear cracks forming in the ferment. Son, is this really the right time for you? This it's the perfect time. I will still be a captain, of course. I do that for our people, but I simply cannot remain more than that. Not now. Next page. This job, this sacred duty, demands a total commitment and unwavering principle, regardless of cost. And so this is my brother Bishop, a commander of captains. Are you ready for this? Tell me, my love, do you captains just expect us to accept this decision with no input from the council? Next page. I fail to remember anyone asking for permission. You should know, if it's not already obvious, that we're also drafting in Psylocke to replace Gorgon. So we can fight it over if you want. Make it a twofer. Didn't think so. We asked for wolves to guard the den and lull. It is wolves we have raised. Like Storm said, change in the air. Congratulations, Bishop. Well earned. I have all the faith in the world in you, Captain and Commander. You have my word. I will not fail. Next page. All right, captains. Mission accomplished. Now on to other business. Which, as you know, is our tradition where newly raised commanders buy drinks for the other captains in celebration of his or her ascension. How can something be a tradition if it's never happened before? That's a good argument, and I'm sure that the more we drink, the more clarity on this subject we'll gain. Besides, why complain about paying? There's no money on this island. Who said anything about drinking on the island? We're going to Madripoor because when a new captain gets raised, it ain't worth getting in a fight. It's a tradition. Next page. Later, the Quiet Council. Perhaps as we open this session, we should take our cue from the captains and embrace this season of change. Both of our great nations and in this council, I know that this has not been easy. Well, no, we all know that it's never been easy. Looks like Magneto's back to the black costume. But we shouldn't be afraid of what lies before us. And some of you should not fear embracing a little happiness and enjoying the fruits of what you have built. Next page. I am confused, Professor. Are you asking for names of those we should join? We think should join us here, or volunteers to step down? We certainly need replacements. That is the priority. But as you know, we have a methodology for doing that. Anyone can call for a vote at any time and must be addressed. What we do not have is a retirement plan, and heavy is the head. Mr. Wanger, there is no shame in a little closing of the eye, a nodding of the head. I will not lie, I have considered it myself. So you plan to step down? I will follow my heart, Sebastian, for the good of this nation. Understood, none of this has to be done today or even tomorrow. But we will be talking with each of you, and you should talk with one another as well. Maybe change will do us good. Or you could all decide that I am wrong and a foolish old man for even considering such a thing. Next page. Oh boy, Mystique. Either way, I leave it to you. You shouldn't sell yourself short, Charles. You know perfectly well when you have a good idea, and change is a very good idea. You have no idea how much it pleases me to hear you say that, Raven. It is, I know, a mutant who should be considered for the council. What? There will be a time for that. No, the time is now. Oh shit. Next page. I offer a candidate for the council, who sits in dominion of the mutant island of Krakoa. Come forth, mutant. Who is it? There will be an island. Next page. But not the first, but the last. This place will seem to be hope for our kind. When those days come, remember these words. Yeah, what the hell's all these faces? Bring me. Oh shit. Yo. Mr. Sinister, you slime motherfucker. Bring me back. And if you cannot, if they will not, then burn that place to the ground. Yep, Charles and Magneto's face says it all. Yep, it's Destiny. She's alive. Oh boy. Well, that blew up in our face. Shall we vote? Oh boy. All right. And that is the end of the issue, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic first issue of Inferno, man. And so, yeah, Morgan's plan completely blew up in her face. Mora's plan completely blew up in her face, man. But, yeah, man, fantastic issue. Art was awesome. Very interesting where this is getting, where John Hick was going to be taking this for the finale of his X-Men run. And yeah, man, looking forward to what's in store for us next time. So anyway, guys, overall, we give this issue a 9 out of 10, guys. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.